some of your background?
Sure. First of all, good morning or good day to everybody. I'm glad to be here with you and to share my experience. Like Charlotte and Joe, we met at the Philippine Nurses Association of Virginia picnic, and Vanessa happened to be one of our guest speaker. And like always, I was an educator when I was working. I listened attentively, and I was hooked right away. I always think of, this comes near and dear to my heart, because when I listen to her, I know that there are a lot of my comrades, I call them, but my friends who are in the same age as I am, that may not be aware of what she was talking about or what she was trying to educate us. So the next time I know, Joe and I were attending the training to be part of the Project Mana support group, which we thoroughly enjoyed because we learned a lot of cultural differences from all the other participants that were there. There were people who are us, Filipinos, there were whites, and there were African Americans, and obviously this diversity brought a lot of different knowledges and experiences towards our gynecological health. Like Charlotte, who is a very good friend now through the Philippine Nurses Association of Virginia, I too had my hysterectomy with total hysterectomy with bilateral salpingo or oophorectomy about 20 years ago. And I thought that was it because my doctor, who was my primary care doctor at that time, who was a female, was doing pap smear. But then when she stopped practicing and I started going to a male doctor, that examination stopped. But when I told them I had this test, meaning to say my hysterectomy, and said, oh, there's no more need to do a pap smear. So I was comfortable not having pap smear because it's a pain anyway. So I lived that way until, of course, I got into Project Nana and I learned about my gynecological health care. So not having been seen by a gynecologist for quite a while, I would say probably 15 years, going to a gynecologist was something that brought me anxiety because I know how it is. I don't want it usually, but at the same token, I know I need to do it for my health. A few years ago, I almost died because of not COVID, but first my pulmonary problem, and then I had a urinary tract infection, which produced sepsis, and I was hospitalized, and I was on antibiotics. The urologist saw me, which gave me an insight of my down there. Okay, so I was referred to a gynecologist who basically just took care of the urology part of my condition. She never did any of the vaginal or gynecological exam. And I got well after all those things, and it's not until I met Vanessa that again it has risen up to my, consciousness that I need to see a gynecologist. So these women that you have heard here are my sisters now, and we support each other. So when we were referred to a gynecologist who happened to be close by our home anyway. Joe and I went. We did our appointment one after the other because we believe we need to support each other. And Dr. Ojikaran, who was the gynecologist, was very nice, very knowledgeable, very professional, and asked me all sorts of other things related to my sexuality, and proceeded, of course, to do my examination. Thankfully, I have been blessed that she did not find anything. Everything was okay. I did not need to have a follow-up until 1 year later, but she told me to start lubricating, which means she gave me hormone type of cream, which I have been using now. So that helps me in terms of dryness, which is part of aging, but doesn't have to be part of our day-to-day suffering. So that's where I am. I guess I've been very lucky that I saw a gynecologist. I didn't have anything unpleasant, wrong, or something to worry about. But now I am more aware that I need to go to a gynecologist every year. And I already have an appointment this September 2023. So again, thanks for all the education that Project Nana has provided to us, my sisters. And also thank you for allowing us to be connected to these good doctors that takes care of us. And of course, as I guess as a challenge, my way of advocating for other women has also risen up. I talk very easily with women because I was a nurse educator, or with people for that matter. So I am not ashamed to say that in the confidence of friends, we would talk about things that we should be taking care of ourselves. I have to tell you though that after I finished the GYN follow-up, I had a follow-up with my primary care. And my primary care is a man. So I told him that, thank you, I know you told me not to see a gynecologist, but I just want you to know I learned something different, which I'm seeing a gynecologist for my own GYN health care. And I think you should think about that too in recommending to your patients who are my age, your mother, because this is a young guy, because we too need to be taken care. We don't want to be missed just because we are older folks. I know my expiration date is not yet coming, so I want to be here for my grandchildren, my children, and of course my sisters, because it's a very unique relationship, and I'm an only girl, I'm an only daughter, and they are my sisters. Thank you, Vanessa and Project Nana, and I hope that we can share the education that we learned to the other people, especially to our group of people, the Filipinos. I will be diverting, but Filipinos in general are very, very secretive about this. Topics like this is a taboo. You don't talk about your personal business. You don't talk about your sexuality, but they don't realize that there is so much more there that they have to take care of, not just this. Because things we cannot see could be going downhill, and you look so pretty and young, but you definitely are falling apart somewhere else. So let's all work together, which we are doing with the Philippine Nurses Association of Virginia, talking to our sisters and even brothers, because our brothers are really very out in the left field. They don't know what their partners are doing, and they don't know what they're doing to their partners either. So it's not, I don't want to be too much, but I just want us to all be educated. I want us to be able to continue loving each other, and part of loving is taking care. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are our sisters, my sisters.
Uh-huh.
She's now a member of the Philippine Nurses Association of Virginia. So you can see, we are diverse. This is the Oreo cookie.
Cream and sugar.
Cream and sugar.
Brown, yeah. Brown.
And thin, crisp.
Thin and crisp.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just right. Just right,
Let's
yeah.
need a cappuccino glass.
Get cappuccino glass.
We have taken from Vanessa, and I know strangers that I've just walked up to and go, "Did you get checked?" And one girl said, you know, it's funny, my insurance covers for me to go in to have a GYN pelvic exam, but they do not cover for a pap smear every year.
Oh.
They only cover every other year. And I looked at her and I said, I happen to know the test probably runs about $25. Isn't your health worth $25? If they're going to pay for the pap smear, I think it's worth it
Yeah.
for us to keep going.
Yep.
Because this little group right here is not done yet.
Oh no.
Well, we're
and
doing-
we have every decade, right?
Yeah.
60, 70, 80.
Yeah. 60, 75.
84.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
67 and a half.
Oh,
I'm 67 and a half.
She's a baby.
I'm taking that half, buddy. You wait till I hit 70. Somebody told me to say when I hit 70, they said, buckle up, Buttercup.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Vanessa.
And remember, I'm honorary Filipino as well.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, you remember?
I know.
Okay, so don't leave me out. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
so funny because we have so many members now that are different ethnicity. Thailander, Korean,
Yeah, Korean, yeah.
of course, American, African American, and they call us all auntie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's right. Yes.
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 I told Perry, I said, oh, Vanessa called us auntie.
She said
That's a
it's a very
compliment.
crisp.
That's
I
a
said,
compliment.
oh.
Yeah.
It is a compliment.
Yes.
But when you really come to analyze, we
We're
are
all the
all
same.
related.
Yeah,
We are all the
related.
same.
Yes.
We're feisty.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.